Okay, Dominic.
So, we both just graduated from the
Yeah.
University of Washington, right? I feel like it's a lot of people that are graduating
Yeah.
this year, last year, and the following year, 2026,
Okay.
that are obviously going to have to start carving their own path out.
Mhm.
And, you know,
Which is what you're doing.
yeah, that's what I'm doing, and that's what
Uh-huh.
you're doing.
Yeah, I'd say so. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, that's why I think...
okay, when you say carving path out, do you mean like entrepreneurial or just like finding a job or finding your path in life?
The last one.
Okay.
Yeah, because...
Okay, yeah, so everyone's doing that.
Yeah, but the thing is, I don't think people realize that they need to do it right off the bat, right? Because there's a little bit of like, oh shit, if you don't have a job especially, oh shit, now I gotta find a job.
Yeah.
Or,
Yeah.
oh shit, if I don't have a job, like I need to go continue in school.
Okay, yeah. Yes, I see what you mean.
And, I mean, sure, it can be one of those two paths, or
Okay.
it can be a third path, or a fourth path, and a fifth path. And I think it just
Yes.
really depends on figuring out what you measure things by and what you're
Okay.
trying to do.
Okay.
And I feel like you've done that.
Me?
You're working through it, you're doing
Okay.
it, you're like
Okay.
obviously continuously pivoting and shifting, but
Mhm,
you've
mhm.
done a lot. I
Okay.
have a little list, right?
Really? I've done a lot? This means a lot. Okay.
What? What? Oh my god,
No,
yes.
no, I like this praise.
What do you mean? That's what I tell you that all the time. I'm like, Dominic, you're doing a lot.
What? You never say this. Our normal conversations is we're both making breakfast. I pretend to kick you 5 times, and then I give you a lot of shit for whatever thing, and then we try to talk about something, but we go in circles because we suck at explaining things to each other.
No, because we don't suck at explaining things. We're both working through things.
Okay,
And we're working through things together.
Yes. Okay.
That's the way that I see it.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, okay, so your art, that's one
Yes.
thing. Your design, that's another thing.
Yeah.
Your job, your freelance job.
Working on it.
Yeah, I mean, you still
still
did it.
looking for work as well.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Employment, but yeah.
But you still didn't just like do nothing.
That's true. Okay. Yeah.
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 And then you're reaching out to different professors. You're like looking into grad school. You know,
Yeah.
you're starting to shape like what exactly your future is gonna look like.
Yes.
I don't know where you want to start per se, but I was thinking about the art first.
Okay,
Because you
yeah.
recently started posting on Instagram.
Yeah, I'm trying to grow that. I think recently too, I've been finding more of a passion in it. Like it's just fun to do, but also like I
Yeah.
think these are one of the things where I have a lot of confidence in.
Yeah.
Like in both my ability, but also ability to succeed.
Yeah.
So I'm putting a lot more thought into it. Like how often should I post? Like what should I post? You know.
Mhm.
I think in February I'm gonna have my work up at a cafe in the University District.
Really?
Yeah. They kind of like a guy there was just like, oh hey, we're posting art up. Like, do you want a slot? And I was like, oh yeah, sure.
They reached out on the Instagram page?
No, they reached out in person.
Oh.
I'm close with the baristas there, so they're like, yeah. So connections, networking. You never know. But so I have like a quote unquote deadline in like how many pieces I should have ready by then.
Mm-hmm.
So now it's become more of like
A pressure.
pressure.
A little
Yes.
fire.
Yeah. I think it feels in a way more organized. You know.
Yeah.
Before it's just like, oh, I'm making art, and like it was a rough schedule, like one per week, you know, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's like there's an end goal, there's an objective.
Yeah. That like falls in line with the whole saying of like success is where opportunity meets preparedness.
Exactly, yeah. So now it's like things are getting more, it feels more, I guess, planned and secure,
Mm-hmm.
since now I have things to think about. It's like, okay, there's this objective, and then also like a month after that, how do I bounce from that? Like what more kind of posts can I make off that?
Mhm.
So I'm already kind of thinking like, what kind of reels would I want to make off that? What kind of posts would I want to make off that? You know, like would I want to sell things through that? You know, or
Yeah,
how
like
I'm gonna
Instagram?
increase my outreach.
Obviously, you're also thinking about the curation when you finally go into the.
Yeah.
Okay. What are you thinking on that end?
Well, I mean, right now, like I'm just at a point of exposure, right? Like I'm not gonna see any money coming in from this.
No,
you know?
I know.
Yeah. So it's like at this point, it's just like
Unless
getting.
you put one thing that just sells it. You should put like a $1 million price tag on each one.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Right now, I'm attached to my art right now. Just
That's why you should sell it high, because then
Well,
you
no,
won't.
because like it's like that thing. We're kind of talking about this with art earlier, where it's like, how do you price art? You know?
Yeah.
Because I can say like, well, I know my work is worth $1 million one day, so I'm gonna price it up right now. But it's like I'm not gonna be that like arrogant, you know? Like, I do know that, you know? But, like, I'm not gonna go off right the bat like, oh, this is worth $1 million. Like, no. Like, I know it's worth, so I'm gonna hold on to it until it's worth that much.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's true.
So, like, that's why, like, I do have the option to sell it there if I want to, but I don't want to. I want to keep it because, like, after this, like, I want to keep collecting my art and have another gallery, like a solo exhibit. Because right now, that's what I care about. Not the money, but just exposure.
Yeah. And I guess there's also something to be said about the audience that will be at the cafe. It's a bit different than potentially at an art gallery.
Yeah, but I mean, again, you never know who's going through a cafe.
That's true, especially
like,
in Seattle.
Exactly. Like, there's students, but there's also, like, working professionals. Like, I've seen so many people at that cafe.
That's true. Wait, is it CFA?
Allegro.
Yeah.
Oh! So, like, they have, like, a wide community.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Artists, but also just professionals who go there. People who travel, just because it is a bit, like, a popular cafe in the U District.
I guess Allegro is thought of as a little bit more sophisticated, I think.
Also, it just is, because it's like, what, 50 years old at this point?
Yeah, it's like the first one, right?
Exactly. So it's also, like, when you go inside, there's, like, so many posters for art exhibits or performances. And, like, it's very, like, an artistic space, you know, like a creative space.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think, I think it's a good space.
What do you envision success in that area to look like?
So I guess short term is just reaching a certain amount of exposure, whether it's like through Instagram or whatever other means, whether it's just like local art communities. And that's kind of what I'm looking at for the next year, just because again, like finding money from this, it's gonna take a while. And then long term, it's have my work in multiple galleries. I think that's a big goal of mine. But also like I'm thinking like my art that I specifically make, it's a bit more illustrative, like cartoonish. Maybe not illustrative. I think that's a good way to explain it. So I think because of that, there is a lot of opportunity for marketability. Like, you know, if I wanted to make like blind boxes, like that's it.
Like Pop Mart?
Yeah, like dude, Pop Mart deal.
I guess it would 100% fit in the Pop Mart.
The only thing is like I think they only do deals with like Chinese artists because it is a Chinese company.
Oh.
Like a lot, like the Labubus, they're Chinese artists, you know, or like the Hirona. That's a big one too. I think that's a big Chinese artist. But I think that'd be cool. But also, like, there's the, you know, like, Cause, the artist.
Cause?
Yeah.
Cause.
Like, that's kind of, like, he started off with, like, just, like, his paintings, illustrations. And then he went from there to, like, collabs with other artists, like Pharrell. Yeah, like, Bearbrick, Pharrell. Well, Bearbrick took, like, it was a while later. But first it was, like, Pharrell, like, music artists. Because they really liked his style. And then from there, he was like, why don't I just sell my own things? So then that's where he went to the dolls. Like, those famous dolls.
I have...
Yeah, so like that's where that kind of came out of, where he was like, I just want some other thing. And then like, but he also makes like a lot of the fine arts, like the big paintings, big sculpture pieces that are in galleries. So I mean, I think that's kind of something I model after, of like keeping it open.
You've mentioned that this kind of clashes a little bit with what you've gone to school with, architectural design to be specific.
Yeah, I do have still passions with design and architecture. I do have mixed feelings about that a little bit, just but just about the profession as well. But honestly,
we did go to that Monday event.
Like, yeah, I did, but that was like looking for employment for like short term, you know. Because if I do get employed in architecture, I don't stay employed long term. Just because like I know I can build something for myself, even if it's architecture or design.
Okay.
But I mean, like, I was kind of thinking about, like, like, if my art were to succeed, and someone was asking me, it's like, oh, you had this thing of architecture, like, did this influence your art or your career in art? And I was like thinking about it, I was like, no. Like, if anything, I just like paid all this money for a degree to realize I want to do art. Yeah.
You know, I was talking to someone during my dentist.
Yeah.
And
your dentist appointment?
One of my dentist appointments, and then she was like, "Yeah," because I was telling her what I was doing about accounting and information systems. She's like, "My son, he was a CS degree."
Okay.
And at the very, very, very end, he was like, "This was like 10 years ago, mind you. I want to do bouldering and I want to do things like that as my
like active."
Yeah.
Whoa.
As my profession, and he's doing it.
Oh well, like professionally?
Yeah, so he works at SBP and he sets up the things and etc.
Oh well, okay,
and he gets paid to like boulder, recreate, and then tag what kind of difficulty it is.
Cool.
You know, and like that's what I mean. It's like the whole thing of like, it's up to you to be able to make what your path is.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to be a bad thing that you went through college and you figure out all these different things about yourself.
Well, I mean, to be fair though, I think going through architecture, because it's like a very abstract major, you know, like design in general, like what invokes design, you know, what invokes the quote unquote concept of your piece. So I think that was a good outlet for me in order to practice that skill. Because like art is the same way. Like you want to have some influence behind it. Like
the things that you've been telling me recently.
Yeah, like the voice in my head.
You what?
No. But it's like so it's like like the meaning behind your work. Like I don't care too much about it. Like obviously there's some meaning behind the work I do, but like for me it's also like cute drawings. You know?
Yeah.
But I mean I
That's
think
what my
like
tattoo is.
Art. Your Deadpool tattoo?
Deadpool? No, this one, the cool one.
Okay. Not the one that you walked into a tattoo shop and was like, I want that.
I like it, but I picked it for the style and the aesthetic.
Okay.
But it wasn't 100% as quote unquote edgy as I wanted it to be. Because this one, the one.
Are you gonna show a picture of your tattoo?
Yeah. I have this one, and then I have this one, and I like this one infinitely more.
Okay. I don't think I should have done art right away. I think in some ways I'm grateful I went to college first. Like I am pursuing art and I'm still pursuing design, but I'm glad I went to college because I don't think I would have learned the necessary things about myself and what I want to do with my life in order to be where I'm at.
Was that revolving around the experience of what college is, or is that revolving around the type of curriculum?
I think curriculum, just because the University of Washington's curriculum for architecture is a bit more on the design heavy, like artistic design heavy style, rather than more technical. And then I think obviously the experience of college, like it's a good place to like learn about yourself and like your future, or like where you want to take your future. But also I think the faculty was really good. There's some really good teachers who I got very close with, who have definitely influenced the way I think about life and what I want to pursue.
So walk me through one of your most memorable.
This Japanese dude, he's fucking nuts. Like he's a nut.
I think all the coolest people are.
Yeah, no, like he broke his contract with UW to flee to Japan.
Recently?
Yeah, like he broke like 2 years in. He was like, but he was like, oh, my family, like I'm having like family problems because his mom is still there and like she has like dementia.
Okay, that makes sense.
But I visited him and I was like, oh, like I heard there's family family emergency. I was like, he just like deadpanned me. I was like, oh, there's family, but no emergency. So he just carried this on for like 2 years until this, and like he was like, dude, can you believe they're still paying me for not working? Because he's still under their salary.
Whoa. Okay.
And like they couldn't really do anything about it because I think technically he was telling me if they were to sue him, technically he could sue back because he's like family emergency.
Yeah.
Because it's like a half lie, half truth.
Yeah,
but
I mean, everything is
his main reason was to be able to go to Japan and start his own school.
Yeah.
Cool.
Cool.
He's a weird guy though. He's someone who's like kind of. He doesn't like locking himself down on anything. Like he did like 50 different professions before settling on architecture.
Yeah, that's how I feel
he's
sometimes.
a weird guy. Like even like his start, like he came to the U.S. when he was 18, because he wanted to be a rock star.
Oh yeah, I already know where this is going.
And then he was like, okay, if I want to make it big, I go to the capital of the U.S., right? Washington, D.C.
That's gonna be the worst place to start as a rock star.
No, but then he mistakenly took Washington State for Washington, D.C. So he ended up here, was homeless on the streets of Pike Place playing.
Wait, that is the best place to be.
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
For a rock star. Did he meet Nirvana? Was that too late?
I don't know. But then basically he was homeless on the street. Community college professor is like, you're not going to make it, come with me. Like he took him in, taught him the arts, helped him go to like college and all that.
Why? Did he ever tell you why?
Why this guy helped him?
Yeah.
He just saw something in him, I guess.
Okay.
I don't know. I think he's very proponent of like, yeah, people were so much nicer back then. Like that's why he kind of left to the U.S. too. He was like, Seattle fell off.
I think it's also it's not that people were nicer. Well, maybe so because of technology changes, but it's also because of Seattle how much it's changed.
I mean, I think the whole U.S. has changed.
Maybe I don't know.
I mean, everything changes.
Well, yeah,
but I think he kind of like he came back to Seattle after being away for so long, and then realized how different it was.
Yeah.
And then he was just like, yeah, the U.S. is kind of falling apart, so he wanted to. But no, he's very influential to me. He's really good at reading people. Like for me, he was just like, yeah, you think too much. Just drew. Like when I was staying with him, I was just like sitting at the table and I'd like be blank staring, and then he'd just like, hey, stop thinking. And like it was
Japan?
right. Yeah, I visited him in Japan.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you have the same issue. You think too much. Stop thinking, just do. Do whatever you feel.
Yeah. So for me, I think it's a bit of a problem because I mean, recently I've started what you might call a startup, right?
Well, it is a startup.
It is a
Not what
startup.
you would call it is a startup.
And there's the reason I'm thinking so much.
Okay.
Is because there's a lot of problems in the world.
Yes.
So many problems.
Yes.
But then you got to be able to rank them between various different things. How much you actually want to solve them, because that will influence if you're able to continue down this path. That's like number one.
Yes.
Number two is just like, can I ever make a living off of this? Because I don't want to be solving problems and then be broke.
Why not?
That's just not the person I am.
Okay.
And the thing is, I want to solve a problem that will make me money first, so then I can solve more problems that will be less profitable. Because it's like I want to make it a long worthwhile living where I'm not financially stressed, where I'm not thinking about XYZ because I can't make things.
Doesn't every consumer good solve a problem, whether it's a real problem or like a
made up one?
Yeah. Because then no one would buy them.
That's
like this couch, like, man, I don't have anywhere comfortable to sit. Like, that's my problem. And I was like, oh, couch.
Yeah, that's true. The problem with and there's a little bit of a problem I feel like with that, because it has to be something that people can be tricked into thinking that they want.
Okay. I feel like that's not hard in today's age, though.
I feel like it is, because there's so much going on that there's so much noise. Like you see an AI app for XYZ and WFG, and then tomorrow you see a spin-off version of that just does it for this other thing.
Okay.
So it's just like there's a lot of noise.
But like I think it's very like if it's just marketing. Like if you convince people that you need this item, then you can sell it to them.
Kind of, because I have seen some things. So there was when I was initially just doing fun things on the side. There was this thing called Cal AI that I was seeing as a competitor, quote unquote. Okay. And I had seen how they had used marketing to be able to garner a lot of different people to join their website, right? And sure, they might have gotten money because there was a freemium trial period thing, but no one really used it like after the first 2 weeks. Okay. Because it was just a product that didn't do anything really. But like at this point, most things we buy we don't need. And that's also another thing. I don't want to create something that people don't necessarily. So I'm not trying to do B2C. Okay. I'm trying to do B2B right now. Okay. Which is a little bit different because I think there's a lot to be said about the world and about professions. So you want to make something genuine? Yeah. So my whole thing is to solve actual problems. Okay. And I think there's a lot of different problems. What's one problem? I was chatting with someone about this. I think there's an interdisciplinary problem, and then there's also a communication problem because of that. Okay. The world the corporate likes to promote people who are very specialized in niche and have been for the past couple of years. What's a specialized skill? It's a commodity. Yeah, it's a commodity, right? Because you're only your own specialty person. Exactly. And it makes sense. Yeah, it's a rare thing. To an extent. Well, yeah, because it's a specialty. Yeah, okay, but for me, I can't find a specialty yet because I haven't found something that like truly gives me joy. I think you need to find what makes you special. But you are special. Okay, there are things that someone can be good at, and there's things that someone likes a lot. Yes. And I'm trying to marry the two. Okay. But in the meantime, it's just like I feel like I've just horizontally moved, like not like vertically, like specialization. Okay. I'm a jack of all trades kind of person right now. Which isn't bad. It's not bad. It makes me able to speak with different people. Yeah, which is good. And I feel like there's... That's a specialty in itself. I mean, no, like it is. Yeah, I guess. And I was going to say that I feel like there is, especially in corporations, a tendency to have like silos and communication issues because you can't talk to other people. Okay. That's a problem? Yeah, that's a problem. Okay. Not being able to communicate? Yeah, that's a problem. Okay. No, I'm just trying to clarify. Oh, yeah. I guess I could have said it a little bit simpler. Yeah, do it in one sentence. This guy has an issue with explaining things in like 2 sentences. So... you just said communication is a problem.
Solve this problem by...
Yeah, I know, but
Two
I want.
sentences.
I know. And I'm good at it with presentations because I have walked through the problem.
Okay.
I know who my end audience is.
Okay, here, right now, I'm the end audience. Your problem is I didn't fully understand what you said.
What, a second ago?
I roughly.
People can't communicate.
Because
Communication, like talking, is just...
Like, specifically, because you talked about, like, interdisciplinary kind of issue.
Oh, like in a specific...
Yeah, like, in your specific category.
Well, not my specific category right now, but I ran into a scientist. And essentially, like, science as an art form is getting more and more multidisciplinary.
Yeah.
So you need either someone to be able to speak all the languages and be, like, really, really good.
Yeah.
That takes a lot of time.
Yeah.
Those are rare people.
Okay.
Or you need two people. One person to do this one thing, and then one person to do this other thing. So in the startup world, that's like a business person and a tech person.
So it's essentially being able to, like, bridge the gap between these different disciplinaries.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think the second problem is I feel like I see the way that the world is moving with AI now, and I feel like it's getting more CS heavy of a world.
Yeah.
Because AI, sure, they're like, oh, you can do these XYZ things now. But really, the people that are building these things to do XYZ are engineers building things for engineers.
Okay.
So that has a lot of issues with the way that the world is going to move forward.
Okay.
I think it's going to make great computer science people greater and leave everyone else in this, like...
So is what you want to do is bridge that gap?
Yeah, that's the...
Okay, because, like, earlier, for, like, 5 seconds, you were talking about, like, people don't really know about, like, AI or, like, these kind of tech things, like the average person. Like, you were talking about your friend who was asking you pretty, like, basic questions about these things.
Earlier.
Yeah, like,
okay.
An hour ago.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Is that, like, kind of what you're talking about?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I mean, people who need to solve problems, they see a problem because they're in a certain area.
Right.
And we need to be able to help them solve their problems without necessarily needing to be super technical.
Okay.
Because then you have to start bridging in a lot of other people, and then when that happens, like, it just becomes this huge either bureaucracy mess or, like, back and forth mess, and it's just like these people can't move forward. Because you need to learn how to communicate, and that just takes up so many different skills that somebody might not have. Yeah.
I mean, I see the problem.
Yeah.
So, what are you going to do about it?
Well, that's the great question. That's the big question. So I envision a world.
Okay.
But where to start in creating this world is the hard thing.
Well, I don't think you can think about the world like that.
Well, I think you have to.
No, okay, because it's like, it's kind of like that thing where it's like, it's hard to think about saving the whole world. Versus, like, if you talk about, like, saving one specific community, like, that's more reasonable. It's easier to think about. And then from there, maybe it leads to saving the whole world. But, like, you can't start with, like, this, like, it's good to think of that in mind, obviously, but, like, it's hard to think of, like, the big picture right away. Like, you know what I mean?
It's a constant balance between big, small, because earlier I was chatting with someone from Indonesia. I was showing different parts of the market that I had found for different competitors.
Yeah.
And one of them was Gong. And Gong can take Zoom calls and then be able to tell, based off the Zoom call, like, who you were talking to and if they were willing to buy the product that you were wanting to sell.
Like, off AI?
Yeah, it's really good. It's actually really, really good.
Just, like, based off of, like, gestures and, like...
It can do that, but I think it was mainly intonation of voice and things like that first. And then also speak.
Gotcha.
Like, if I am the person that's able and willing to buy your product, then I will be speaking in a certain way. I would be using certain action verbs more so. Essentially, then he brought up this whole idea of, like, that's for Zoom, but a lot of other people in the world use WhatsApp.
Right.
So then I'm like, oh my god, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
That could be, like, an alternative solution. So that's what I'm saying. You need to be able to think big to think small.
Right, but I think, like for example, in this person's case, like, you can't think of solving this problem across every platform. You gotta start with one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, but I don't want to do it on Zoom because there's someone already doing it on Zoom.
But I feel like the bigger the problem is, like solving world hunger, like that's a big problem. Like obviously it's something people want to achieve, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you gotta build that way up, right?
Well, yeah, and that's what I mean. You need to be able to know that you want to solve world hunger.
So what's the small scale thing that you want to do?
And that's the part that I'm working on currently.
Okay.
But like, let's take your world hunger thing.
Okay.
And so if I know that I want to solve world hunger, I'm gonna do things that lead me to help community locally.
Right.
Right. So it's like it makes sense,
Okay.
right?
So like, what's your local?
Well, I'm trying to find the exact niche, but I was thinking that I'm gonna be going to Mexico soon.
Okay.
And then this person's in Indonesia. Maybe I tap just these smaller communities first.
Okay.
To build up some sort of trust, because like, there's Amazon. There's a lot of Amazons of Africa, Amazons of Korea, Amazons of.
Sure.
So that's what I'm thinking. Like maybe the U.S. market is a little congested right now, so I'll move to places that people don't tap into.
Oh.
And then I grow up.
Yeah.
And then maybe I come back. So going back to the idea of like, everything is moving CS heavy. This is a big problem for third world countries. The education there is a bit different.
Yeah.
And then from there, the people who do get educated, where do they end up going? They
like
leave.
US.
Yeah.
But I mean, some do go back.
They go back.
Yeah.
But it's just like, how do I leverage the people that are there then? How do I make them like better?
Okay.
Faster? And that's what I'm thinking right now.
Okay.
And that's where I'm trying to reassess as well, because ultimately I want to make the greatest impact in the world. Yeah. What? Why does it sound like you're not convinced?
I think you just still need to find that small scope.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I'm still continuously whittling down, but it's
Okay,
like Michelangelo. He saw a huge ass stone.
Yeah.
And then he slowly chips and whittles it down in his brain.
But here's the difference. Michelangelo just like, he didn't think too much. He just like, I see it, and then he spent most of the time chiseling. Right now, you're not doing as much chiseling as you are thinking. So I think that's why I'm kind of going back to, I think you gotta stop thinking a bit and just like do.
I am doing. I mean, I'm reaching out to different people. I'm like showcasing them my understanding.
Yeah.
And then the research allows me to come in with more knowledge and more specific asks.
Okay.
And I think in the world of what I'm trying to do, chiseling isn't creating off the bat like an actual product or an actual thing.
Okay.
I think chiseling is slowly breaking down and understanding the problem, understanding the potential.
I think, this is why I think the Michelangelo is a bad analogy. Because I think Michelangelo, his version of chiseling the idea, which is what you're doing, was like, okay, I'm going to make David. And then the chiseling, his actual act of chiseling is the equivalent of you making whatever your solution is.
Yeah.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think you just got to like, just think. Just like, I was kind of saying, it's like, just do the first thing that you really like, and just stick with that. And then work on that, and then if it doesn't work out, great.
A little bit, but I don't want to just jump the gun.
But I feel like if you keep, I think you sound very hesitant.
Because I've done things in the past where I just build a thing and then I look around and I'm like, what would have been helpful is if I had a bit more of an intuition closer to the person that I'm trying to help.
But then you learned that from doing, no?
Well, in the whole idea of...
You learned what you need to further success by doing.
A little bit. It's like a constant like do check.
Exactly. But I think that's what I'm saying. Like I think you need to do more of the doing.
But I need to find my audience first, a little bit better.
I think just choose a audience.
And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to whittle the audience down.
Do you have an idea so far?
Like I said, I was thinking of like maybe people that are in, I would just call it like third world countries for now. I forgot what the other
So why don't you do that?
Yeah, I'm gonna start reaching out to them.
Okay.
But like only today, like a couple of hours, like an hour ago, did I think about it. And other than that, I've been reaching out to different people about different things.
It is good to pivot, because I think I definitely pivot on things a lot.
Yeah.
Which is like, it comes along with like learning more information, obviously, right?
Yeah. so I've heard like stories about great startups, like let's say Uber's a good one, or DoorDash, whatever, and they're like, they didn't build the thing yet. They were asking their customers like, oh, I realized that you have problems with X, Y, Z, and the customer's like, yeah, but we don't really care enough, because this other thing doesn't good enough for us to begin with, so we're not going to pay for another solution.
Gotcha.
And then randomly, when they were talking to a customer at the very end, they were like, but you know what, I do have this other problem. And then they brought this like whole booklet of people who had asked for deliveries. Yeah. And these are people they couldn't really provide deliveries to because they didn't have a delivery system.
Yeah.
So then the guy took it and started asking everyone else, and they're like, yep, I have that problem too. I'm like, yep, I would pay for that. And like, yep. So that's where I'm at. I'm at the phase where I'm like, this is my hypothesis of a problem.
Okay.
Is this true or is this not true? And if so, like...
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's good. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of learning I have to do at the same time, right? Because this is all new.
Yes.
Yeah. Like I said. What? What?
I think that's good.
So what do you think then?
I think that great ideas come from epiphanies people get from doing.
Okay.
I don't know. So I think you're in the right place.
Okay, I'll take that for now. Because I guess the hard question to ask would be like, do you not believe in my ideas? Do you challenge any of them?
I think all your ideas are good. I think I'm just waiting for your epiphany.
Yeah.
Like, I think, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Like, I'm seeing your process of, like, again, whittling things down.
Yeah.
But it's not, like, I think everything you say makes sense, right? And I think the people you talk to is, like, a great, like, you're making the right steps.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just, like, sitting here in, like, anticipation for this, like, epiphany.
Like
where you're gonna, where you're gonna start running down the stairs and, like, slam my door open and be like, Dominic, I got it. Like, that's what I'm waiting for.
Okay. And that's what I'm hoping for.
I'm just impatient.
That's what I'm hoping for, because I gave myself a 6-month, like, what they call quote-unquote runway, but not in terms of money, but in terms of, like, commitment.
Okay.
Just to assess then how I feel after doing all this.
Okay. Also, don't take everything I say, please, because half the things I say is just bullshit.
No. So, this is how I envision the world, right? Everyone shines like a little light into knowledge.
Yes.
Because it's a black sea.
Yes.
And as you shine more lights from different perspectives, then you just get, like, different perspectives.
Yes.
So I'm going to take every perspective I can. It's not like I'm not going to anchor heavily on it.
When I hear you talk, you have a very great self-belief in yourself. And I think that alone makes me confident that you will succeed.
That's awesome.
There's a fun word, agathism. You know what that means?
No.
I'm learning more vocabulary. Whoa. It means the belief that all things work out in the end.
I think I have that belief. I just don't know how long it'll take, because so my parents immigrated, right? 10 years later, then they finally had things working for them. I don't want it to take 10 years for me.
Okay.
But I do know that in the struggle, people get things done, and they'll look back and they'll be like, wow, I cannot believe I got things done.
Yeah.
And they'll hate every moment of it.
It sucks in the moment.
But they'll also love every moment of it.
Exactly. Like, do you think they love it looking back, or do you think they love in the moment?
I think both.
Okay.
They look back and they're like, I cannot believe. So, I mean, my parents do reflect a little bit, and then I recently talked to my dad, and there's definitely areas that I can tell he regrets. Same with my mom.
Mm.
But when I hear them talk about the regrets of not spending like more time necessarily with us as children growing up, I also hear in their voice a little bit of joy for the hard sacrifices that they created to allow me to be in this position.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's what I want to do for future me and future maybe kids that I have. Yeah.
I mean, I think it's good to put in the hard work now, like even if it sucks.
Yeah. You have to do it at some point.
But like, 10 years, like maybe 20, you have kids. You don't want to be still working that hard just to make something and like not spend time with them. Like, it's better to knock it all off now, so that way, if you do have kids, like, you can spend time with them.
Yeah. And it's very interesting. I've seen people with kids was a guy I talked to. He was like, yeah, I think AI is going to take over the world. So I quit my job at Amazon, and right now I'm like working on a startup. And he has kids.
So wait, but okay, he was afraid that his job at Amazon would take his job.
No, 100%. He's like, this is the time to put in the work.
Okay, so this is like the time to get on top of AI before it takes over.
Yeah.
So that's why he's
and be a part of the people that take over.
This guy's a lunatic. No, I'm kidding. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So we'll see where that goes. Do you want to talk about your architecture design?
Nah.
Grad school stuff?
Yeah, that's not. I think that's ever changing.
Well,
right now my focus is just art.
Okay.
Like design, that's something I want to pursue. I would say right now, I do have belief in architecture and design, but I have more belief in I'm just because I'm seeing where it's going. Whereas the design stuff is a bit more slow process. Like I'm doing different design competitions. So but that takes time, and if I do well in it, then that gives me opportunity. But in the meantime, it's less. That kind of stuff, it feels a lot more entrepreneurial in order to succeed because it's a big industry. Whereas art, it's easy to find your niche. It's easy to especially with social media, finding an audience.
I feel like it's hard.
I tell myself it's easy, so it's easy.
I mean, it could be easy for some, not for others.
I know it's gonna be for me. It's easy. So again, I have a lot of belief in myself.
Yeah.
So I don't mind that. But yeah, and then grad school. I mean, I'm reconsidering why I want to apply to grad school, because you kind of did grad school, and you're maybe I rushed into it, or maybe I didn't go into it for the right reasons.
Well, I know I didn't go into it for the right reasons.
Yeah.
So to preface, I started grad school for it's a year-long program, and then I'm taking academic pause.
Yeah.
Just for viewers, but I also already had an understanding of what I would be learning and the caliber, and I still continued, even though I knew that the caliber and the learning wasn't something that was going to be
so basically
my bar.
I want to say I'm in a similar situation where I think a part of it, I rushed into the idea of grad school because it felt like it'd be
stable.
My main goal for that was to be able to do architectural research, which is something I really like, specifically in Japanese rural redevelopment, because that's a passion I want to dive into once I have money. But then I kind of looked at the grad schools. I talked to a professor who did their PhD in the same topic.
Yeah, I remember that.
And then she kind of said certain things, if you want to go to this specific university for research, it doesn't make the most sense just because they don't push you. Grad school is a great opportunity to do research, right? But I was saying, man, I'm paying a lot of money to do research, which won't have a lot of payout. So I'm getting a lot of debt for not that much payout.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of pivoting a little bit in that instead of that, I think instead I'm going to apply to this. I was going to apply to it regardless, but I think I'm going to not spend so much time on specifically applying to grad schools when there's not that much, I guess, benefit or return on it. Yeah. But specifically, there's the MEXT scholarship. Okay. Have you heard about this? It's basically a scholarship with the Japanese-American relations, U.S.-Japan relations, with the embassies. Okay, cool. Where you give them research proposal, and then they can fund you to go to grad school or undergrad.
In Japan?
Yeah, and they give you tuition paid for, stipend, all those kind of things. So I'd rather spend more time focusing on my research proposal. Yeah. Kind of how you are, whittling down a bit. Yeah. Because honestly, I'm in a situation too. I give you so much shit about this, but I'm in the exact same boat.
I mean, I think. But I know why though.
But basically, I'm trying to spend more time on that rather than studying for GRE or all these other things. That's because that's very time consuming. So I'd rather put more time in doing the part that I actually enjoy, which is research and reading research papers, and then finding something that that would be meaningful towards the scholarship. And if I don't get it, that's okay.
Well, you can apply again next year. Or you can apply to a different thing.
Or if I realize, okay, I do kind of want to go to grad school for a genuine reason, then I'll do that. Yeah. That isn't just research.
Yeah. I mean, so I think bachelor's is a bit different than grad first off.
Oh yeah, for
some reason. A grad seems to be either one or three things: research, networking, or just I don't even know.
For me, it's a different situation. So with architecture, you need a license, right, to build. like to be a quote like an architect, right? Like I can't legally call myself an architect unless I have a license.
Can you call yourself something else?
Architectural designer, there's a lot of terms people use. But I can't call myself that without a license, and I can't design a full building by myself without a license, right?
Makes sense.
So I should have done my research before going to undergrad in finding an architectural, so there's like universities that have an accredited architecture program.
Oh, for undergrad.
Yeah, and in order to get a license, you need accreditation, right? Or go to an accredited program, which is usually like 5 years program. I should have done my research because UW doesn't their undergrad isn't accredited. So they're kind of stupid where they break down the grad and undergrad. So undergrad is like 4 years, and then you reapply to their grad program, which is 2 years, which is the accredited program. So for me, going to grad school is a way to get my accreditation.
Okay. I think they do that on purpose, actually.
And yeah, well, some schools lose accreditation. You can like Wazoo lost their accreditation.
Well, I would almost assume that because they actually do have a version that it is accredited, that they did it on purpose.
I don't know. It probably wasn't. But anyways, that's kind of where I'm at. But right now, like, that's kind of why I want to dive more into design. Like right now, I'm helping with like logo design, branding. This guy's so annoying to work with. Just kidding.
No, I think we're speaking like the problem. We're speaking the same language in different ways, or we're speaking. We're speaking on different languages.
But
either way.
Anyways, I want to dive more to design because I think that gives me more room to do what I want. Like I don't have to just do architecture. I could do graphic design. I could do industrial design. You know.
Yeah.
So right now I'm kind of being like, let me try that. Let me try doing this thing. But what if I could do architecture without a license? Because it's possible. You could just be an architectural designer and not the architect. You know?
Not 100% what the architect would be.
But like I designed it.
So basically then the architect would offshore, imagine, or outsource to you.
Yes and no. It's like you design it, you pay architects to do the detailed drawings, stamp it with their license.
Well, but okay, so it can be either way.
Yeah, I mean, there's like different ways to do it, right? Like some competitions too, like you design it for them, and if they like it, they'll build it for you.
The one that you were doing the whole like island design.
Yeah. Like that's one. Like it's a obviously competitive, you know, but it's like one of those things where it's like
everything's competitive.
Okay.
Everything that's worth it is competitive.
Yeah.
Because one, it's like you put yourself in the mindset like, dang, this is something I need.
I don't know, my coffee every morning is worth it, and that's not competitive.
Yeah, it is. You take my fucking beans too.
Hey, one time! I tasted your milk today.
Yeah. We're competing for resources.
Right, yes.
Business mindset.
Yes, but not all resources people know about.
Well, that's the hard thing, and that's the thing where I feel like there's a huge divide in.
So this is where you step in.
That's where I want to step in.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want to share resources.
Bridge. I am bridge.
Would you ever record these meetings you have with people?
I've been thinking about it.
You could be like, hey, can I record this?
Yeah, I've been.
And if they say no, then okay.
Yeah. I was going to yesterday because I was talking to my academic advisor.
You should.
But the thing is, this time I completely forgot, and we were just more.
I mean, I feel like I've noticed professionals are pretty nice. They like to share information.
Yeah, professionals are really nice, but I think there's levels to it.
Also, I think like people like knowing that other people think they're an expert.
Yeah, that's true too.
So like it almost like, oh wow, someone wants to record me. It's like, you know, like, bro, someone like asked me, dude, like I get to talk on this, like what?
This is gonna be a little bit of a longer.
Yeah. See, he thought I was an expert. That's why he brought me here.
An expert on being a graduate
and a great roommate. You have more questions?
Tokyo.
Big city.
So no grad, no Tokyo. Or I guess the other program.
I mean, yeah, if I do mix. I kind of see that as like a bit more long term. Yeah. I think if I go there, I want to be a bit more secure.
Yeah.
Because like I do, yeah. I think I could get a visa being tough. In order to do that, though, I do need proof of either a job there or enough funds to sustain myself. But also, it's like I don't know. I love Japan, but like I want to go there more for work. Turn the design world there because it's very competitive there. You know, they're like high level design. Also art too. Like they have a lot of famous artists come from there, or they just pump a lot of arts.
That reminds me of something. There's some people that I met that live in Taiwan, and they're like, as soon as I came here, it was so easy. So I can already see like a lot of people leaving.
Or like, I don't know, I kind of like, well, if I make a lot of money, dude, if I get a Pop Mart deal, I'm moving to the countryside, building a studio out there.
I was gonna say, there's probably like a competitor that's like US based Pop Mart.
Maybe.
That is starting to grow.
Yeah, but then that kind of becomes like an issue. Like, do I want to sign with them?
You would, okay.
You know, because then you're stuck in contract.
You can still go to Japan.
No, I'm not talking about that, but like artistic freedom.
Like Pop Mart still?
Yeah, well, like you never know if like if you do. I guess this is like not even something to worry about, but like if you sign a deal with someone, like you want to make sure it doesn't take away from artistic freedom. Because that happens with like a lot of music artists. Like they're signed into contracts, so they can't exactly make what they want.
Well, I would say that in the world of making your like what you love to do a job, a lot of people feel that way.
Yeah.
You build the process.
Sure.
And the outcome isn't as important.
Right.
And the reason I think that is like, imagine you're an artist, right? And you're building your collection of art.
Yeah.
There is a certain style and aesthetic that you're going for. And as you build it out, you build your processes.
Right.
So then you just continuously use your processes. So then it starts to feel less like an artistic freedom expression.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm realizing you're covering your face half the time. Yeah, but that's all I had.
Okay. Good talk.
Yeah. Any last words for the audience? Anything that you want them to walk away with?
Nah.
Anything to make you seem or feel greater? Shout out something.
No, I'm kidding.
Hey.
No, I feel good.
Alright guys, follow Dominic on XYZ and see where he's at within 1 to 2 years. Not now though.
What?
He's suffering.
Would they have to come back later?
Yeah, oh the magnet fell. Oh no. There we go.
Nice.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh.
Okay.
I just say that.
Okay.
I had a question there, but I forgot it. So that's yeah. Hey! That got caught in camera. I'm gonna sue you now. That's like actual legal grounds.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
You're smiling.
Because it's true.
Sorry, I did not actually mean to kick you.
You know, I was talking to someone during my dentist.
Yeah.
And,
your dentist appointment?
One of my dentist appointments.
Okay.
And then she was like, yeah, because I was telling her what I was doing about accounting information system.
Okay,
She's like, my son, he was a CS degree.
Okay.
And at the very, very, very end, he was like, this was like 10 years ago, mind you, I want to do bouldering and I want to do things like that as my...
Like active?
Yeah.
Oh.
As my profession. And he's doing it.
Oh, well, like professionally?
Yeah, so he works at SDP and he sets up the things and etc.
Oh, well, okay.
And he gets paid to like boulder,
yeah,
recreate, and then tag what kind of difficulty it is.
That's cool.
You know, and like, that's what I mean. It's like the whole thing of like, it's up to you to be able to make what your path is.
Yeah.
And it doesn't